welcome back everybody. So now we are continuing with our quest with Volkharn the Dragon. I almost said the Dragonborn then. Volkharn the Magmaborn. So right now we're really just healing up Volkharn and his army, while Tara just sits there in the city. Well, it's sort of like a outpost right now. It'll grow into a city and then into, I believe the highest form is a metropolis, as it's called. So, one more turn and these guys should be ready to go. We may need to start recruiting new units to build up Volkharn's unit, because we have lost we only had one crusher. So we've lost a crusher. And we don't really want to lose anyone else. So probable victory, 3 Phantasm Warriors this time. So we're going to have a go at these guys. And we don't need to watch the swooping animation, so it's the Independents to go first. As I expected, they just went defense. So do we have any new spells? No, we don't. Maybe a good idea to try and flank these guys from the long range. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. This costs 7 and 7, so we can do this twice. So we'll do once on him. We're gonna go round with the hatchlings, and we're gonna use this again on these guys. These guys can go round. These guys can start going up here. These guys can start moving up as well. We'll move them one forward as well. He can't move until next turn. So what are these guys gonna do? Okay, they're going for the raptors. Lots of damage due to Lion's courage and their buff. So as I expected, they're all going for the raptors. So now we can pretty much go up here with these and deal some damage. Won't be able to do much. Okay, they've been promoted. And then we can go up here. We don't really want to get flanked by them, so we're gonna go there. And then we're gonna get Volkharn to go up here to just sort of cover the pass. Might be a good idea to do that. 7 damage. It's the flanking. That's as good as we're gonna get right now. 6 health to him. And what are they gonna do? So they're gonna charge Volkharn, as I'd expect they do. That's still quite a lot of damage up front to the leader. Those hatchlings are gonna get absolutely destroyed. Okay, we're going to go save the hatchlings, because they're pretty much our only ranged unit right now, and we really do need a ranged unit. Okay, so we can get away from them, and then we can use the fire spit. Full damage, full 18 damage, that is a lot. Overwhelm played into effect there. We're gonna do 10 damage at max, whilst these guys can do 15 damage at max. Not really worth it. We're gonna go defense. And they've gained 15 health back. Okay, so they've gone after the charger. Oh, the chargers got destroyed. Okay, so this is where times start getting desperate. We're going to need to hurry up and bring these guys round. Same with these guys. Hopefully we can get some hits on them. It's only gonna do about 2 or 3. It did it 2, but that's good enough. We can move these guys around here. Well, we can move Volkharn. We can do 24 damage maximum if we did it right. Actually, no, we can do 36 damage maximum. Whereas they can do 32. And it would only take 26 to kill Volkharn. Oh, is it gonna be worth it? Because most likely they're gonna go for Volkharn. You know what? No. Retreat! Volkharn, retreat! We'll have Volkharn retreat and use his crossbow when he can from afar. Because we don't really want to lose our leader, but most likely they're gonna... No? They're going back over there. So we'll move Volkharn back up and we'll attack at range. It's not really gonna do much. Free, that's pretty much the best we can escape. God damn it, that's really the most we can expect. Come on, 13. 11, that's pretty good. Then we'll move these guys around for massive flanking damage. That was pretty good. But it's gonna be close between these two now. Oh god, maybe not. Okay. Hatchlings, burn them! 16 damage. Oh, that was tricky. That was close. That was really, really close. So we're going to bring Volkharn back to the city. We're going to put him on camp just so he can regenerate and get some of his health back. We're making 27 gold now, so we're going to need to start building up some units, possibly some berserkers. Oh, some units offer to join. One crusher for 36 gold, you know why not? A crusher's a crusher, and it always helps to have an extra unit. So now we can get the training regiment. Should be researched this turn. Yes, it is. Then we can research that one might be good. That one could be useful, but monster hunters, I don't know. Let's go. Let's go monster hunters, because those guys are pretty good. Ellen the Disruptor, a level 2 Dreadnought, wants to join your forces for 150. You know what? Let's do it. So now we've got 3 heroes. She's actually a level 2, so this is where I can show you the hero leveling up screen. It's essentially the same as the leaders, but as you've probably noticed, you have these, which are the morals of your units and your armies. So currently, she doesn't really like this terrain, but I do believe that can be fixed by a skill or a spell I believe we can purchase later. Her musket does the most damage, so we're going to be focusing her on range. 28 damage, maximum musket. We're going to put her on camp as well. This was the spell I wanted to show you in the last episode. Fire Node. Go! As you can see, it transformed a normal mana node into a fire node, which provides 15 plus more mana and 5 plus knowledge. And we can do that again in another 3 turns on this mana node to get an extra buff. We are pretty low on gold though, which does worry me. That looks like a cartographer, if I've said that right. That looks like a cartographer's tent. So we can probably move around there. Have a look at that. That should clear up some of the map. I mean, have a look at this. This map is bloomin' huge. And we're up here in this small little dicky corner. So, what's he on? They're pretty much all full. So let's get them round to the cartographers. Okay. Hold on, let's have a looky over here. Can I communicate with these? No. Okay. These guys should heal pretty much on their own. Gold! I see gold. So we're going to put auto move on that gold, because we really need gold. We are running low on gold. Luckily we did set it on far, so I don't expect us to be close to any other leader, but as for roaming units, I don't know. Okay, so he's now leveled up, so all units in the hero's army regenerate an additional 6 health each turn. That could be useful. His damage seems okay for now. What's the Draconian actual buff? Fast healing. Yeah, you know, we'll get the field medic upgrade. It's gonna cost us all our points, but it's essentially gonna mean they heal a lot quicker in combat, which is always good. So we'll get this gold, and then we can explore the map. A good thing I'm going to try and do, well, I don't know if it'll be a good thing, but a general idea is going to be to try and explore the east side, or the west side. Yeah, the west side, I believe it is, of Xanatu, towards Janurdish. I believe I said that right. Janurdish? Janurdish? I don't know how you pronounce that. This underwater city. I forgot you can't see my mouse. This is a hostile one. These are brigands. You can tell the difference between a brigand and an independent, because an independent will have this sort of flag, whilst a brigand will always have this sort of flag. So we're going to get the gold, and then we're going to quickly bring Volkharn back. Just so if these 3 brigands decide to attack, they're going to be outnumbered. And hopefully, we're going to win. Because I believe the AI difficulty is not just for the enemy lords. I believe it's also for the brigands, which I'm not too sure about. It could be, it might not be. Because so as you can see, our domain got larger, and a race command has leveled up. So these are sort of racial benefits that each get, and the red ones I believe are sort of towards military, whilst the yellow ones I'm not really sure of. So Draconian Patron Military, all Draconian Flamers get +1 defense and +5 health, or all shrines in the Draconian cities are 35 gold cheaper to build. These aren't really that good, to be honest, like for some of them. So, like especially for the high elf, I always find myself going for the bonuses for the archers. So seeing as this gives more of a bonus to military, which is what I believe we need right now, I'll give it to the Flamers. And the Draconian Flamer we can get pretty easily. It'll cost 56 gold. We can get 2 of them, so you know what, I'll stack 2 of them up. And those guys are like your basic ranged unit. So there we go. Xanatu has grown into a village. So Xanatu is now a village. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's move her there. We'll move Volkharn this way. And now this is something I really liked. Because if there's an enemy unit in a city, you can surround that city with units, and you'll perform a pincer attack siege. So as you can see, we've got Ellen coming in from this side, and we've got Volkharn's army coming in from this side. And if we go to the manual combat, which will bring up the tactical combat screen, Ellen starts up over here on a different side to Volkharn's units, which means the enemy army will probably have to divide, go after them. And as you can see, they're going after her, as I believe she would. I think she's a human. Is she a human? I think she's human. She might be high elf. She is high elf. I like her dress. Now, if we go to our musket, I believe 1 closer would be good enough to get the full on. No. We'll go over here just to be sure so we can get the full damage on it. 23 to 35 damage. If we get the maximum damage, this scoundrel is dead. I keep pressing left click when it's right click. 33, so close. But that's pretty much guaranteed they're gonna die. So, scoundrels are a rogue specific unit, but they're also a pretty common brigand unit as well. Just so I'm aware. 5 to 7, 2 to 3. These guys are basically dead, so we might as well do some damage to these. 6. These guys have got another promotion. I'm not really too sure what those does to them. I think they turn into a random unit, given the chance. So I really need... Hold on, what's his... Yeah, he's pretty much a good all-rounder, so... We're going to go full-on charge. 16 to 24 damage. I have a bad feeling about this. 23 damage. The goblin scoundrels. How many hit points do these guys had? Oh my god! That pretty much nearly killed them, so that's 2 units we've pretty much almost killed in 1 hit. These guys are veterans. So where are they? Veterans. +1 range strength, +1 defense, +2 hit points. Okay. Evolve. Here we go. When this unit reaches gold medal, rank it. Evolves into Draconion Crusher, Draconion Charger, Draconion Flamer, Draconion Elder, Draconion Flyer. So that's pretty much all the special racial units for the Draconians. And gold medal is elite, I believe. So that's 2 rank ups away. So now we'll see how this plays out. These guys are going to sprint. Well, he's going to sprint. He's going to attack her. That green icon was blight damage. Get on the flanking maneuver. Ah! That golden mask basically means they've got high morale. You see how this means high morale? When that happens, they're going to do extra damage. And this, we can't really finish it off. We'll feed him to the hatchlings. So there, you see? 26 critical hit. That golden mask essentially just means it's a critical hit. Golden mask again. 27 damage. That is a lot. And that's essentially sort of like a basic idea of how to use your armies effectively, because as you can see, each slot has 6 icons, well, 6 slots as well. Each block has 6 slots, and each one of those slots can host an can host a unit. So essentially, you can have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. I'm not good at math. You can have a lot of units, basically attacking. So we're going to have her go over here. We're going to have Volkharn go back up here. We're going to have them both on camp, just so they can regenerate. I mentioned this last episode, because I am recording this literally right after I've posted the last episode to YouTube. But I generally play rather passively and sort of turtle-ish. But for the sake of videos, I might try and be a tiny bit more aggressive, at least on the dependents. Because knowing the AI will completely screw me over. Oh, this is good. This is a unit that was added as part of the Eternal Lords DLC, and it is the Lost Soul. The swamp rang with wailing remorse from dead things. The lost soul hovered over the dog. Oh, it's a priestess. I, priestess of the Holy Arm, approached it. Help me, it cried. I tried to calm it, but the malevolent spirit lashed out with rage. The entity was little more than rage or emotions. My attempts to strike its incorporeal form left me feeling despair. I tried to banish it, even when it appeared to dissipate my holy powers. After a few minutes, it reappeared, tormenting us with its tireless weeping. Slowly, it trained our will to survive. Beyond Redemption by Sister Hannah Perkins. These guys are a necromancer unit But a good thing about these guys is you can't build them, you have to summon them. And what I mean by that is, if I was playing a Necromancer right now, I could go down here, and one of the spells, I believe, I don't think you have to research it. I know you have to research the Reanimators and the Banshees and show. Hold on, I got an itch on my ear. There we go, I had an itch on my ear. But, one of the spells is basically a summon lost soul, and so long as you can afford the mana cost, you can just keep pumping them out. And they're fairly cheap to pump out as well. So, war effort, Empire upgrade. The Empire's citizens support the war and work harder to ensure its victory. The Empire series generate an additional 10 gold. Hell yes, we need that gold! Also, you get notifications of domain invasions. So we don't really have to worry about these free lost souls. You can just sort of let them run by. No doubt they're gonna attack, but it isn't really much of an issue. That little tidbit of lore from the Tome of Wonders, where after a few minutes they return, in normal and what's in combat, when you kill one of these, in 2 turns they will come back to life. They get a second wind, basically. They can only... You can kill them once and then they'll come back, but if you kill them a second time, then they're pretty much done. Also, each race has their own specific design for buildings and such, and I haven't really been to Draconians in quite a long time, so I quite like the look of the Draconian buildings and such. It's a little bit like Egyptian. It's a little sandstone-ish. It's pretty. It's quite nice. I know I said in the first episode the textures and the graphics quality wasn't that good, but let's be honest, this just looks frickin' beautiful. I quite like it. So basically, don't listen to me when I'm talking about graphics. So a good thing to do here would be to have the hatchlings go here, because they're the range units. And then Tara can probably try and flank, while Volkharn, the Charger, and the Raptor go full on Madman style up in this. I apologize, my throat is a little bit sore, so I might only record 2 episodes, maybe 3. There we go. Felt like I had a lump in my throat. They're out of range, so might be a good idea to move these guys over here. And then, here we go. 20% fire weakness, 12 to 17. Let's go. 14, those guys are basically dead. Tara can probably come around to here. Get some shots off with her darts. Physical damage doesn't really affect them, like they get 60%. Kill it. There we go. Now this aura, here we go, Lost Soul Undying 2. That basically means in 2 turns, it'll come back, as I mentioned, but rather poorly. Physical damage doesn't really affect them, so... Tell you what, we'll get the flank on this guy, the Raptors, and then we'll go full on attack with this guy, attack with Volkharn as well. So Lost Souls, they're a tier 1 summoned unit for the Necromancer. They're not really that powerful, but the Undying ability is really good. And later, as a Necromancer, you can research a skill or spell, I believe it is, that will give every unit in battle Undying. I think it even gives the leaders Undying, which is quite a powerful spell, but it costs quite a bit to use it. The Sorcerer class has some pretty good spells as well. Summon Mount is a good one, where you'll summon a random Mount egg, and it can be anything from a Obsidian Wyvern to a Hunter Spider to pretty much anything. Summon fantastical creature like dragons, watchers, and such. The Phantasm Warrior, I don't think I mentioned this, but the Phantasm Warrior is a sorcerer summon unit, so sort of like the Lost Soul is a necromancer summon. The Phantasm Warrior is a sorcerer summon. Yeah, so we're gonna need to build up our army and start expanding around the area. So we got 2 gold mines here, which we're pretty much gonna need, and then we got a library here. Apologies, I am a little tired. So a good idea to do would be to get this gold mine first, then focus on this one, then pretty much focus on this. Looks like we've got a wind node down here as well, or an air node, which we may have to try and gather as well. I think these are blight trees, aren't they? No, they're volcanic. Okay, that makes sense. So what are these guys? These guys are pretty much full, so let's see about conquering this. Here we go. We're up against Draconians, which means the fire bonus isn't really going to do anything. They just went on the defense. So we'll bring this guy up here. Bring this guy here. And these guys up here. I'm gonna plug Volkharn there. Might be able to get a shot off on these guys. Not really worth it. We'll go defense. So everybody's going defensive first turns. I was expecting that first one to come in as a bit like of a melee attack, but it just seemed to get close and then just spit right in my face. You disrespectful little shit. Eat lance. I love the melee damage. Okay, let's see here. We can get more out. They're doing barely any damage to us, and this guy got promoted to expert. So these guys are pretty damn tough. These guys can't move anymore, but these guys can. So we'll move these guys up. Flame Spit. 8 to 11. 9, that's pretty good. That's a good amount of damage right there. If I'm sorry about that. I went quiet there because I wanted to let you guys hear the amazing music. And Volkharn's leveled up again. So what do we want to get? Would be a good one. What's Blood Honor? All units in the hero's army gain Warrior's Honor. When a unit with Warrior's Honor dies in combat, all units owned by the same player gain 100% morale till the end of combat. Armor piercing seems pretty good. I think we want to really bulk up his health and defense. And he's pretty much a melee with the lance, so we might want to build up his melee a bit as well. So now his melee does the same amount of damage as his heavy crossbow. Sorry, I'm trying not to sniffle too much here. I'm not exactly feeling too well and such, so we'll camp here, let them regenerate. We still need to build up the army, and then we can send, I think we'll send Ellen, the High Elf. We'll send her over here, possibly with a settler as well to sort of expand the territory. And then see if we can communicate with the denizens of that place. So now we're getting 44 gold per turn, which is always good. Let's get Warfare. No, let's send her out anyway. Okay, get back. You are not going there. Okay, so we know there's an enemy unit there, and it looks like there's some scrolls and some... Is that gold or is that materials? That's gold. Okay. So a good thing we want to do here is move her there, move him there. So when the flamers are built, they'll go straight into his unit. Well, his army. Because otherwise they would have gone into Tara's. And we really want them to go in the Volkharns. There we go. What I like is when you build the walls, you can actually see the walls around the main area of the city. Volkharn can pretty much defend the city by himself by now, so I'm gonna send these guys to have a little scout around. Ooh, there's a beauty. A frost wyvern. After Attica disappeared, our people abandoned the temperate lands. Her ice domain melted. We returned to the Northlands, where perpetual ice grinds the rocks. There, we discovered offshoots of frost dragons, called frost wyverns. They are small enough to serve as mounts for the bravest heroes. They have a vicious bite and are excellent flyers. Their immunity to the effects of snow and ice make them very mobile in the winter months, when most animals would stay in hibernation or tunnel beneath the snow cover. A few of our kind have made decent fortune, trading frost wyvern eggs for high elf magic. Frozen Freedom by Ecolo the Third Frostling King. I almost said queen then. These guys are one of the fantastical creatures that the sorcerer can summon, but it's pretty much random which one you get when you summon. Yeah, this seems like a good area to expand. That looks like a brigand camp. Yeah, I think that is a brigand camp. Let's send Volkharn down there. We'll put Tara back in here. 3 and a 4, you know what? Go back. We're gonna need more of an army to take those guys down. Cause that's 7 units against 4 units right there. Even if they are brigands, don't underestimate independents. They pack a punch. Especially when they keep coming at you. Like, you'll get wave after wave after wave, and each wave will be stronger than the last, and eventually you'll just get a wave of some really overpowered units. Or some really powerful units. Okay, so now Zarnado has grown into a town. We're now getting 67 gold per turn, which is very, very good. Let's get the spell. That could come in handy. Let's continue to explore. Okay. So we found some nice temperate lands here. Oh. That ain't good. Ellen might be dead, guys. Ellen might be dead. We don't have the resurrect hero spell. Oh god, this could be very bad. Oh no, the lost souls. Oh. I wonder why they went backwards. That I'm curious about. So you know what, let's get Ellen back over here and quick. Got another hero wanting to join us. Henna the Elder, a level 3 sorcerer. 200 gold. Well, that's pretty bad. And if you've noticed, she has a little bit of a beard. Yes, dwarven females in this game have little beards as well. I don't know, I think it's a nice touch. So, seeing as she's a sorcerer, we're going to be pretty much going ranged with them because sorcerers aren't really that good close up. But, considering the sorcerers have quite a lot of defense, it might be a good idea to put her as a defensive hero and give her all the protections that she's got. Then she's going to be a pretty good defensive hero. And what we could use right now is a pretty good defensive hero. We'll buff up her health and defense as well, along with her range strength. And then we'll put her on camp as well. So we've got... oh, brigands. What the hell? Orc scoundrel. Human scoundrel, goblin scoundrel, dwarf scoundrel. Sooner or later, those scoundrel units, from what I understand, should start including assassins. And assassins are, just like the scoundrels, a rogue-specific unit, a rogue class unit, but they are incredibly powerful, especially considering they have a move called Assassin Strike, which I think does 22 damage minimum, or roundabout. Last time I went up against an assassin, it did 20-ish damage. Oh god. You know what? We might be able to save this. We might be able to save Ellen. I'm not too sure, but we may be able to save her. Okay, we're moving. Leg it! Just leg it. Retreat! You cannot hope to win. You're on low morale, and you've got 4 brigands coming at you. So just run, Ellen. Run for your life. Unicorns aren't made for the volcanic terrain. Oh god. That's sort of what I like about this game as well, how you can set it so the random leaders share the same race as your leader, but you can end up with some pretty interesting alliances, like with the Draconians and the High Elves. And the High Elves absolutely hate volcanic terrain. So, she's not liking this, but for some reason, she's aligned with a leader who loves it. And if you heard that, that was my phone. We can't retreat! Oh no. This just got really, really bad. Lion's courage! Oh god. Ellen! Can we run past them? That's the question. We don't seem to be able to retreat. Oh god! Ellen! Fight with honor! Oh, this is gonna go so badly. Oh, this is not going to go well. Oh! Oh! At least they fumbled. They fumbled. They didn't. Come on, Ellen. You can take them out with you. You shall be avenged! Oh god, that was terrible. That was terrible. We will avenge you, Helen. Okay. Let's get authority of the sword. And then once we've got the flamer units, which are 1 turn away each, so 2 turns, we can then go down here, recover Ellen's musket, and take revenge on the brigands. Cause I ain't allowing that. I ain't allowing that shit against my leaders. I love how we got a Draconion king and just 2 dwarves helping him out. We did have a high elf, but Ellen sort of died. So 1 more turn. And then Ellen, not Ellen. Why do I keep saying Ellen? It's because I'm so sad that she died. Okay, so we get the flamer. And then, we need to build this to start building the class-related units. I'm not too sure what the benefit of a scout is. I honestly am not too sure. So let's get down here. Kill those brigands. You shall die for the death of Helen. Oh, yeah, if you press R the camera goes down, but you can sort of reset it with F. I keep pressing that by mistake. I did barely anything to these guys. Oh, you want a promotion for that? Really? Charge! No need for real decency here. This is just decency? No need for real tactics. This is just full-on slaughter. Slaughter the brigands. They deserve no mercy. We might be able to finish that guy off. Oh, there we go. Hit it. Boom. Flamers, as you've seen, just have an AoE ranged attack, whereas the hatchlings have a sort of pinpointed ranged attack. Dread Siege, that'll be good. Let's get you into the city, and then start building this, because we can use this. Shooting grounds as well. Stone wall's always good. The reason I've moved her back into the city, as I believe I mentioned in the last episode, if you don't have a unit in your city, but you've got them on the outside, like how they were earlier, and an enemy unit has enough moves, they can pretty much just walk past you and into the city, which will immediately capture it. And if it's your throne city, you've immediately lost the game. And it is frustrating when that happens to you. Trust me on that. So we're going to capture, well, we're not going to capture, we're going to slaughter these honorless brigands. They are trying to flee the battle. What do you want to do? Well, the brigands did kill Ellen. However, we are keepers of the peace. Keepers of peace, do not allow vengeance into their hearts. Let them run. Okay, we got a high elf initiate and a sun spear. Ooh, that's actually a Tigran thing. We'll take that. And as you can see, now we've got the equip screen, so we can put this here, and the initiate we can send back here. That's a basic high elf unit. Not really that good, but they do have a ability where they can throw lightning, but it pretty much takes up all of their moves. So even if they've got full moves, like all 3 of their moves, they'll pretty much only do 1 throw, which does make it a little bit redundant. But as a sort of basic support ranged unit, they aren't exactly that bad. They're an okay starting unit. Then again, all the starting units in this game are fairly okay. I'm gonna end up drabbling on about this game for quite a long time. Okay, let's get Volkharn here to recover the musket of Ellen. It's a prototype rifle. We'll get that there. And now Volkharn will begin the long journey back home. And on his journey back, I shall be silent and leave you with the music that is playing. Oh no. No, 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 no. We must defend against the reanimators. I will not allow my city to fall. Reanimators. Reanimators are a tier 2 necromancer unit, and they are a pain. For one, they can reanimate dead units. That includes enemy and allied. And they can also heal undead units, because undead units can be healed normally, like how normal living units can. And they also, these guys have Banefire or Black Bolt. They've got Black Bolts. Black Bolts is a common move for them, but I've encountered some that have had this ability called Banefire, and it is the worst thing imaginable, because as you'd imagine, it is a move that is the bane of my existence. Because I believe it's Spirit Ray, Fire, and Blight, which quite a lot of units, if I remember correctly, have at least one of those weaknesses. So, it's a pretty good move to have, but I'm not too sure how you acquire it in this game. Like, there's a building called the Arcane Forge, which allows you to build pretty much anything in the game. But I'm still not too sure exactly how to get Banefire. Like, I really want Banefire. We need to take out the Reanimators first. The Reanimators truly are the horror of this world. We're not really gonna get much hope there, but we might as well just keep hammering the Reanimators. In one more turn and they should be dead. But that's 4 squads of lost souls upon us. Oh god, they're in the city. Oh, Despair. Despair, I'm not too sure what exactly that does. But if I remember right, it gives a debuff to the unit afflicted with it. And allied units, I believe, can gain a buff called Exploit Despair, which does exactly as you'd believe it. Yeah. That isn't good. Oh my god, did you see how quick she got destroyed with Exploit Despair? This is gonna go horribly. If we only make it 2 episodes of this, I am going to be disappointed. But if we do, then I'll just start up a new series as a different leader in class. Yeah, Helena is gonna die. And that lost soul just reanimated. Yep. Oh wait, Volkharn's still alive. Volkharn is still alive. Volkharn, quickly, save your people. Oh, this could end very badly. Okay, so they've occupied the gold mine. That's what they were after. Oh, this could go very, very badly. I got really, really worried, but then I remembered Volkharn is alive. So even if we lose the city, so long as he's alive, we can reclaim it. I think. I hope that's how it works. Because if not, we could lose the game. We could literally lose the game this round. To an independent. Which, believe it or not, is how I lose the game quite often. Okay, they've gone for the initiate. Sorry, initiate. Come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we can get it back. Volkharn, your city has been taken by the blighted undead. You must reclaim it. This has become a battle to reclaim the city and restore honor to the undead. I mean, the living. What am I on about? How much damage does this do? That does a fair amount. Let's try it out. 7 damage. Pretty good. Most of that was elemental as well, which these guys have a 60% buff against melee damage. I mean physical damage, sorry. But against elemental damage, like fire and such, they are still fairly weak. I think they even have a weakness against it, do they? Yeah, fire weakness. They have a 20% fire weakness. And they're dead. But we've still got these guys left. So Volkharn, reclaim your city. I will not allow the blighted undead to have it. Can we hit them with firebomb from here? We could. Might as well. And still did 10 damage, which is quite a bit. If we can hit them with as much range damage as we can before they come out and try to attack, that'll just weaken them all the more, considering they have a weakness to fire. So we'll end our turn. The reanimator is likely going to go heal this unit. Yeah, I thought he did. Then this unit's going to try and attack, which is an idiotic move considering these guys do fire damage. Those guys are pretty tightly packed, so... Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Oh, so close to getting the double. Let's just finish this guy off. There we go. Charge the gate! There we go. Can we hit the reanimator from here? Yes, we can. It'll only do 3, but that's still damage. Let's get this guy over here. Can he do anything here? Most we'll do is 6. Most we'll do is 8. Most we'll do is 5. Let's go for the 8. We did 8! It worked! We did the max damage. It actually worked. So let's end the turn here. This guy's probably going to... Yeah, I thought he would. God, black bolts. That does a number. Let's get the range on him. That does a lot of damage. I think the last time I played as the Draconians, I didn't appreciate how powerful the Flamers actually were. We have reclaimed the city! Our thrown city is back! So with the reclaiming of Zarnatu and the sad, unfortunate death of our allies, I will end this episode. The series will continue. The Magmaborn will not fall just yet. As always, take care and sayonara.